We've had the Labour government recently, rumoured to be now considering upping tuition fees. Don't know if you read about that. That's that good news. Bridget Phillipson, I think is her name, is the Labour Education Secretary. Reports bled out to the newspapers this morning that Bridget Phillipson is considering upping tuition fees. So that's yeah, okay. I mean, they specifically committed to not doing that pre-election. Now there are rumours permeating through the journo-political landscape that they are considering, actually, in hindsight, in retrospect, actually, maybe we... Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, maybe we will. That didn't affect the Liberal Democrats' reputation or support at all, did it? I think it probably worked out all right for them. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. What else are they considering? Abandoning the non-dom abolition, the tax changes that they were going to bring in. You may have read all about that. Rachel Reeves, Keir Starmer, some of their more exciting pledges and policies. Whenever they were tasked with that usual question that journalists like Laura Kuenssberg or Dan Hodges or the stock question that always comes out of the right-wing journalism landscape is always the same. It's like, oh yeah, sounds really nice, Keir. Sounds really nice, Bridget, Rachel, and the gang. But just one question. Bet you didn't expect this gotcha this morning. You never anticipated this cheeky one. How are you going to pay for it? Every time. Where's the money coming from? Eh? Yeah. And the response was, broadly the same. It was along the lines of, well, we're abolishing the non-dom tax rate, so that's going to bring in a haul of cash. And now they're, as disillusioned as we are, a lot of us are feeling in these first few weeks of the first Labour government for 14 years, I don't think I'm alone in saying I would have liked to have seen more, ballsy, aspirational, left-leaning policies have been announced or have at least been floated to some of the kindlier left-leaning press, things to get excited about. But yeah, now it turns out that the way that they were going to pay for the very few of those policies that they were originally talking about, the way they were going to pay for it, now they're even talking about abandoning that shit. So that's nice. That's really G'd up about that. Even before I found out earlier this afternoon with the news alerts, with the BBC notifs popping off. Even before I found out today that the world might fucking end tonight. I mean, this is just really upsetting now. And the world might end. Oh, well, I'm distinctly crestfallen. So yeah, they're considering upping tuition fees. They're considering abandoning the non-dom tax status. Abandoning the abandoning of the non-dom tax changes. Like, I wish there was a way that we could, we in the workforce, we out in the public, I wish there was a way that we could ape what politicians do, but like with your everyday job, like the before and after, like you surf into power, you surf into your job on a bunch of, false promises, commitments you've got no intention of keeping, and then, then what happens? Then you get the job, you're hired for the job you said you were going to do, that you were going to smash it at, you're going to upheaval the whole operation, you're going to make it a success, and all that, and then once you're in, you start with the watered down, abandoned, delayed shit, till your boss comes up to you and goes like, yeah, hey, Mike, yeah, I just, I wanted to get a catch up. Come over here. Mike's like, okay. What do you want to talk to me? Well, I noticed that, you haven't closed one deal since you started, and it's been a few weeks, and, well, sport, you said in your interviews that you would be bringing in the big dogs, and, I'm going to take you all to the big leagues. That's what you said. Right, yeah, so? Right, well, I mean, I feel like an asshole even bringing this up, but you've been turning up, I've noticed, at 1 o'clock every day, like knocking back whiskey in your office and starting fights in the staff room, and you called Kelly from HR prude puss, and then you spanked her on the ass. I mean, do you have to drink on the job, Mike? And Mike's like, I mean, I was actually, I was sober that day. Right, I mean, it's just, forget about the drink for a second. I mean, it's really what it is like the guy that you were in the interview just feels like a totally different guy to what we have been seeing. You know, and I just think, it pains me to say it, Mike. I'm just going to come right out with it. Maybe we should just shake hands and go our separate ways, Mike. And that's when Mike plays the politician card. All right, Mike turns around and goes, oh, okay, all right. Okay, listen, I hear you. And I sense and see that you're not happy. I get it, okay? And sometimes I'm not happy, Happiness is actually a broad church, and there are different and varying layers and ways of being happy. We can have a debate all day long about the rights and wrongs of who's happiest and who's unhappiest, but I think what people really care about is my plan for delivery over the next 4 years, which has been independently assessed. And of course, I welcome scrutiny. But all I ask is this. At the end of the day, judge me on how I deliver for this company once that plan has been fully delivered. And then at that point, his boss is like, oh, God damn it. I tried. Just work from home from now on, Kelly.